Well, hey guys, Cody here with Adventure Off the Clock, and we have finally made our decision, and we are going with the off-grid trailers for our Overland camper. So, after looking at multiple companies, Cedar Ridge, Timberleaf, um, hiker trailers, Noah's trailers. I mean, we we looked at a lot of them, and there was some that I would have loved to have gotten that were 80, 90,000 dollars. But man, that's a pretty hefty price tag. And also, you know, we really liked Cedar Ridge and Timberleaf, but the whole um, teardrop style, that look, that's just not a look that I like. So those were pretty much out of the question. I mean, we almost pulled the trigger on a Cedar Ridge, but the amount of time it would take for them to build it, I didn't want to wait another 6 months or longer. But even then, the actual look wasn't for me. But the freaking sweet campers. Uh, and so we heard about off grid and looked into off grid, and compared to all the other websites that we've gone to uh, research, since most of these companies are far away from us, we really could only go to websites and YouTube to do some research. One thing I found that was amazing was the fact that Off Grid Trailers has the best website so far uh, to actually, configure or to build your trailer. All these other sites, they had a lot of things listed, but they really didn't help you. I mean, you had a couple choices. So it was like, okay, like for example, here's the different, trim packages. So these other sites would have these other trim packages listed, but you couldn't freaking tell the difference just because it was just a picture. Here, if you click on one of them, you're going to see the difference right away, which that blew my mind. Like, being able to do that was a big deal for us. And so going through here and building this thing out, I'm just kind of skipping through here, kind of showing you guys some of these things, you know, molly panels. Let's see here, exterior. Let's add, you know, I mean, so here it says add an additional propane tank. So you do it and you get to see where it's at and what it looks like, which is awesome. Where these other ones, it didn't do anything for you. Like here, you had a rooftop tent. There, it shows it. You take the rooftop tent off. Now you can see what it looks like without it, with it. I mean, so that was huge. Um, that made it a lot easier to make the decision, but also, see it firsthand. You know, so we went with some of the basic stuff with this trailer. We're not going to do crazy off roading with it. Um, so we didn't really need to go nuts on like the suspension, the awnings and stuff. We do have all of that, but we have our connections with suppliers for awnings and a lot of parts. So we're pretty excited to get that stuff rolling. But there are so many different things here. The reason why we went with this, um, a lot of these campers, the galley back here, you open up and that's where your kitchen's at. I do like that. But was it a deal breaker? No. So the kitchen on this is in this here. So this opens up and your sink and your two burner stove drops down. And then back here is basically just shelves that you can remove and resize, that sort of thing. So our plan is, since um, this isn't. Let me change this. We didn't go with the midnight. Pretty sure I want my trail. I'm just gonna do that, and then we went this route. So this is basically, our trailer. Um, Performance. With the bigger tires. But so it has the water heater, uh, the propane stove, the propane heater, a 31-gallon tank for water. Uh, pretty much everything we need. We did upgrade the um, max fan, arc for the trailer jack. We did do roof rack 6 bars. So basically, what we're planning on doing is, since this is the kitchen, the in this door is the fridge. We're going to be placing almost like what a tailgate table you'd find in a Jeep or a Bronco. We're going to end up placing one of those here, so that'll give us a cutting board and extra shelving, and it folds up nice. A lot of people use their fender to place their cutting board on. I wasn't too big of a fan of that. So, but this is, pretty much it. And we're super stoked. I mean, it's like I said, it's not the top of the line, and it's not the low end. It's a great trailer. It's going to be great for what we need. We do have our rooftop tent we'll be placing on here. So we're super excited. We're super excited to share with you guys and do a walkthrough with you when we get it, and just take you guys on some adventures and let you know how it works out. So hopefully we'll be able to do that real quick. But I wanted to get on here, kind of share with you guys what direction we went, why we went this way, which basically the look and the amenities that it provides, and also it's basically almost exactly what I wanted. Uh, but having this website the way they have it designed, it definitely makes the buying process so much more superior than all the other sites that I've been to try to narrow this down. And we didn't want to spend freaking $100,000 on a trailer, and we didn't want to buy something that was $8,000, $10,000 that we were going to end up having problems with. So, but there you go. This is what we got coming, and we're excited to share it with you guys and take you some on adventures, and also learn from those of you that have one of these, or have a teardrop, or have any type of Overland trailer. You want to share some experiences and do's and don'ts and tips and tricks with us, we would love it. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will see you soon with the new trailer.